On the 26th of September, I send Sylvia Heidenreich the video of the demented masturbator. I tell her about, I'm cut down to 4 hours, I tell her about Mum's dangerous deterioration, I tell her about Mum's sprained hand. I tell her that I asked the Chinese nurse to bandage it, and she didn't. So, you know, I go into all that detail in this email, Gwen Kennedy's dangerous accommodation, that I sent to Sylvia Heidenreich on September 26th, Tuesday, and then I ask her to watch the video and, you know, do something, some action to save Mum. Dear Sylvia, I just left you a message. Since the control order was slapped on me when I returned after the financial management hearing on Friday, 22nd of September, due to a complaint issued by Paul and Trish, I'm now only down to 4 hours between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Mum is already deteriorating dangerously in my absence, and honestly, they don't care. Twice in the past 2 days, I've asked for a doctor and nothing has happened. Mum sprained her hand. How did that happen? Did someone pull it too hard? I have nightmares of that Frankenstein who lives next door to her now and comes into her room grabbing her when she's sleeping and pulling her out of bed. It's a sprain from being pulled too hard. That's certainly how it looks. Somebody grabbed her hand and pulled, and now it's red and swollen and sprained. Anyway, I asked for the Chinese nurse to bandage it last night when I snuck in to check on Mum, and she came to kick me out. On the 26th of September, I send Sylvia Heidenreich the video of the demented masturbator. I tell her about, I'm cut down to 4 hours, I tell her about Mum's dangerous deterioration, I tell her about Mum's sprained hand. I tell her that I asked the Chinese nurse to bandage it, and she didn't. So, you know, I go into all that detail in this email, Gwen Kennedy's dangerous accommodation, that I sent to Sylvia Heidenreich on September 26th, Tuesday, and then I ask her to watch the video and, you know, do something, some action to save Mum. Of course she doesn't want to save Mum, does she?
My hand on the hand.
Which hand? That hand hurts?
Hand,
Show me. It's swollen.
You saw that?
Compared to this one.
He did that to me.
It's swollen. It's a sprain.
He did that. He had to do that. He did that for me. He did
Convention means the Convention Against Torture and Other Cruel, Inhuman or Degrading Treatments of Punishment, adopted by the General Assembly of the United Nations at New York on 10th of December, my mother's birthday. 1984.
Take them and take them.
Mum just said they want to take our friendship.
A friend there.
Yeah.
They don't know. A friend there. And there.
I know, they want to take our friendship.
Yes.
I know.
We have taken those things.
Yeah, they took all those things. And they've got to give them back.
Who took those?
They've got to give them back.
Who took them?
Oh,
Oh, they took them.
they took them.
Yes, they were.
They sure did. And then they kept you a prisoner, isolated.
No, we don't know what to go to say.
I know.
They might come out of our business. They could take that out and take that to us. Take out. Let's run.
Let's run.
There.
Let's run. That's right. That's what I think.
And I'm tired.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Yeah, I'm going to...
Who's that chap? How's the chap?
Yeah.
Chop, how's the chap? Why?
Because, you know...
Give the man.
Yeah.
What's in your day?
It was Paul.
Yeah.
It was Paul who really drove it.
The text of the Convention is set out in Australian Treaty Series 1989, number 21, 1989, ATS 21, torture. A person, the perpetrator, commits an offence if the perpetrator A engages in conduct that inflicts severe physical or mental pain or suffering on a person, the victim, and the conduct is engaged in 1. For the purpose of obtaining from the victim or a third person information or confession, or for the purpose of punishing the victim for an act which the victim or third person has committed or is suspected of having committed, or for the purpose of intimidating or coercing the victim or a third person, or for a purpose related to a purpose mentioned in subparagraph 1, 2 and 3, and C, the perpetrator engages in the conduct in the capacity of public official or acting in an official capacity or acting at the instigation or with the consent or acquiescence of a public official or other person acting in an official capacity.
Who hit you?
Hit me hard.
Who hit you?
Hit me hard. My head.
Who hit you?
Hit my head.
Who hit you?
My head.
You hurt your hand. That's swollen. You compare that to that. That's so swollen. Okay. I love you. Oh, this
Then on Wednesday, September 27th, I write to her and Graham Smith to say I've removed my mother from the Holy Spirit nursing home. She's under my care at home, and if anyone puts her through any more trauma, there will be a lot of charges for the Holy Spirit Catholic Healthcare and my siblings to answer for. And now Sylvia Heidenreich. How can this be legal? Sunday 22nd.
Mum says. You want to be yourself. So she understands they're trying to re-educate us into being something else, and we just want to be ourselves. She gets it, right? You want to be happy. I want to be yours. I want to be you. And I say, I want to be you too. And she says, I want to be you. And I'll go with you because I want you too.
Hey, I just rescued Mum from the nursing home where she was being abused and was very distressed and has been deteriorated for 2 months because she's not allowed to go walking, she's not allowed to go to church, she's not allowed to leave the compound, she's not allowed to see her husband with me. So all of Mum's constitutional rights have just been thrown in the water because she was, her husband, my dad, his undiagnosed dementia was used by my siblings to coerce him to change the will, and they used his hospitalisation to get the power of attorney, put Mum into a nursing home against her will, and then just basically abuse her. For 5 months she's been abused by these people, and I've written like endless pleas, letters, petitions, you know, just updates of the abuse of Mum with video evidence. They've ignored the whole thing, and now they're telling me I have to take Mum back to the abuse. Let's just have a look at the abuse some of the abuse that Mum was receiving at the Holy Spirit nursing home.
My hand, then my hand, when my hand, get my hand, when my hand, my hand.
Sylvia Heidenreich from the Public Guardian rang me and told me that I have to get Mum back by 2 o'clock or she'll bring the police, and I'm not going to take Mum back because it's an abusive situation, and anyone who does try to take Mum back to an abusive situation will have to answer for it in court later on. Okay? There will be litigation. You can't go abusing old ladies and think you own them.
My hand and the hand.
Which hand? That hand
Look,
hurts?
that hand,
Show me.
my
It's
hand.
swollen.
You saw that?
Compared to this one.
He did that to me.
It's swollen. It's a
He did
sprain.
He did that. He had to do that. He had. He did it for me. He did it. He did it. Dad. He did it. Daddy. Daddy.
Honey, are you sore? Where are you sore?
He was that bad.
Yes.
And
Here, honey, put your arms up.
Daddy didn't do it.
I know, it wasn't Daddy's fault.
He never does that.
He never meant to. He didn't do it. He got tricked.
No.
Daddy got tricked.
No.
Daddy got tricked.
My dad, he never had, did that for that, did that, and that, my dad, and the other man.
I love you.
My dad,
I love you.
he never does that.
Look at your sprain. We've got to see about that. That's swollen.
He hit me, hit Dad.
You got hit. Who hit you?
Dad,
Who hit you?
he looked me at. He looked me Dad. Daddy hit me loud.
Who hit
He
you?
hit me hard.
Who hit you?
He hit me hard, my head.
Who hit
I
you?
hit my head.
Who
I
hit
hit
you?
my head.
You hurt your hand.
Dad,
That's swollen. You compare that to that. That's so swollen.
Dad,
Okay. I love you.
I hit my hand, Daddy. We can get them now. Lovely. Lovely. Mom. 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 Mom.
Who pulled your hand? Your hand's sore, right?
What's that on?
Is this hand?
Yeah,
Is sore?
yeah,
Here. Yeah, who pulled it?
yeah.
Who pulled your hand? It hurts?
Yes, because I got a letter that I have torch
Yes.
to be seen when I come in late,
Yes.
you know.
Yes.
Yes.
You're disorientated, honey. You don't know where you are. But you're home. You're home.
And they come home if they come home.
Yeah, because, look, you know what? They were never going to let you out. It was a plan. They're never going to let you out.
You got this. You got
I know.
You have nice hair, don't you?
You have
They
nice...
look nice. You clean them.
Oh, you're sweet.
Yeah.
My falling out teeth, you're so sweet.
No.
Or maybe we can do your teeth here. Because you wouldn't do it in the nursing home because you were so depressed.
I need to have clean.
You need to do your teeth. Now you're home, we can start doing your teeth again. No point on your teeth in there, was there?
See mine.
Too depressed.
They're mine. Separate
Everything's
mine.
yours. Everything's yours.
And this is one. This is where they're tiger.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to say, something showing.
Mm-hmm.
But that's ordinarily, you know. It's just the way I walked.
Yeah.
But she did. And she comes in here. Yes. And look what I've got here.
I know, you've got a sore. You've got a sore in there. You're starting to get sores. Got a bruise on your bottom. And your poor sore hand that Frankenstein, who grabbed my wrist today, so I know it was him, he would have done it.
What about those hands? And these? Look at this.
Oh, that's just my bag. Well, let's go and have something to eat. I think we should go and celebrate. Have some dinner. Or I can bring it here if you're tired. I'll just get takeaway. Do you want me to?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, she is.
She's home.
Yes, she. And you saw the girl. You went another school.
Yeah.
Said,
Gee, isn't it relaxing to be away from all
maybe
those
they
bullies?
called about each other.
Yeah, yeah. But you know what? They've all been busted. They've all been busted.
Well, was there. I thought, listen,
It's not illegal to video here. Yeah.
you see, somebody was not wanting me, and I've heard,
Yeah.
and this, they want them
Yeah, I know they want it.
badly.
I know.
That's it, and that's what I think people
Yes.
got a shock.
We all got a
with
shock.
these, with them,
Yes.
where he got that,
Yes.
and I was hurrying,
Yeah.
supporting people
Yes.
in the blue, in the things
Yes.
they blue.
Yes.
I think she, well, I don't go after the question, not without.
Well, you're not under their roof, so they've got no power over you. They've only got power over you when you're under their roof, and you were admitted there, like, they never got your consent. It was against your will. I've got the whole thing on video. They've breached every one of your constitutional rights. And, you know, you're not a prisoner. You haven't committed any crime. And your will was upturned by your children.
So you didn't want any.
I didn't want anything from you except to look after you.
Oh,
I didn't...
yes. Yeah, they do want that. They do. You go to these people, they've all got something in it, but they got the buttons in, and
Yeah.
the buttons are there.
Yeah.
The buttons are put in.
Yeah.
Who are the buttons?
Yeah.
Puts it. You could probably give it to someone.
Yeah.
Buttons.
Go to Vinnie's tomorrow, get you some clothes.
That might that.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
We'll have a shower.
That's it.
Oh, freedom, baby, freedom. That's not bad. So you can touch everything in this room, touch everything. You can put things down. I've got to fix it up for you. It's not.
Look.
Yeah.
Look what she's got. No.
Oh, I put that in there to grab some of your clothes, but then I didn't want to make it obvious.
No, ice. No ice.
Mm. Don't worry, darling. You're going to have a good time now. Me, I'm your daughter.
If people don't want you, they won't get you.
They won't get me.
No. To look you over.
Oh, yeah, they've been bullying me like crazy. But you know what? They're bullies and they're liars. And, you know, I've actually got a statement of truth.
I came in later.
Yeah.
I came in late.
Oh, does that hurt?
I came in late.
Does that hurt, Mummy?
He's not due to us. Came in late.
Look how Mum's got arthritis. She never had that before. Her arthritis was only here since the since the control order, 2 months no walking. She has full body arthritis, and now she has a sore sprained hand.
I want a baby.
Mm.
I want a baby.
Mm. You want to go to church?
I want a baby.
You want a pipe?
I want a baby.
You want a
baby?
baby?
One of my babies. Baby. They're my baby.
Yeah.
They look like Minnie. See that? One puts the button on.
Yeah.
The girl.
Yeah.
The girl. Pass it on to someone.
Yeah.
Leave it there for Mark.
Yeah.
Mark. And they want to put in Mark and
Yeah.
How many are there, Mark? Mark what? How many are there?
Mark, that's the name of our lawyer.
Ark.
Ark? Ark?
That's Ark.
Art?
Yeah. They don't do they? You got to spend your money, and you want to.
Yeah, you want to spend your money the way you want to spend your money, that's right. Exactly. We're just going to start home care.
No, I don't think it's in there. Where are you going?
Nowhere. Just cleaning up.
Well, I'd like to go to St. Patrick. I'd like to sing it. When some pets, some prints, some pants. Like some prints, some pets. When we go to the city, when we go, some pets, I'll go see some pets. Or they go to some pets. This is the same pets as, yeah, it's facing up and buy. Where do you go? Yeah. Look. Oh, I see some pets. I wonder where they're going. Would I go 36? If I got 36, I got 36. They don't work. Yeah, man. They're yours. Yeah.
Can I show you what she's doing? This is right next door to her. Like, he masturbates in the corridor.
Where is Gwen?
Yeah.
Hello.
Phone to car, central welfare.
How are you? Hello.
And it comes into a room like this, we're stuck into really big like Frankenstein. They've got like a co-ed ward with demented men, no locks on the doors, the nurses are never there. You know, I just had mum share. Well, then they cut me down to only 4 hours a day, right, for doing videos as punishment. I come back on Tuesday, show me, and
You need to be reporting this stuff to police.
I know that, no, right, okay. They scare me, they bully me, and I've got heaps of videos like this, right? She's been assaulted. He pulled her hand, the Frankenstein. See, they can come into her place in the middle of the night, like, I've seen, there's not enough nurses, they're never there, like, last night when I went, this was the last straw with the, because that's assault. This is my mother's sprained, swollen hand. I asked the nurse last night to bandage it for her and call the doctor, but it wasn't bandaged, was it? And it still hurts. That'll do it for now.
And what are you doing, apart from going and taking her from there, what are you doing in order to protect her?
Every day, and I've kept a journal, and I've got my videos, like, you know, let me show you.
Because I'll tell you, we have bad news. When we're taking her back, we legally have to. guardianship order, the public guardian is anointed as the guardian. And this guardian may authorise others, including members of the New South Wales Police Force and the ambulance of New South Wales, to take Gwen Kennedy to a place approved by the guardian.
And they don't listen to me. They don't. Well, I sent them all
This is
this.
the
I sent them.
authority to effect the transfer of
But
Miss
it's
Gwen
like
Kennedy.
Nazi Germany. Like, it
I'm
won't
very
let me-
sorry. I'm very sorry. I don't like that I have to do it, but I have to do it.
But they won't let me see her. And
First thing, okay, it's now 6:20 p.m. We're taking her tonight. We have to. The first thing you need to do tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock is walk into a lawyer's office, give them all this, and tell them to give you the guardianship, and you guys can fight it out in court so that you get what the rights that this person has is what you want. And you can go to court and you can fight to have all the legal rights.
yeah, but I don't
This
have
person has the
the.
right
Yeah, because they have the money.
to basically order the medical treatment and where this person
Yeah, and
where
she's not
Gwen
getting
stays.
the right doctor care. Nothing.
Then you need to tell a lawyer about it, have a lawyer represent you in court, and have the guardianship changed from this person who wants them to be staying at the Holy Spirit at 6 Brighton Avenue to then stay with you.
What?
Till that happens, our hands are tied with that first.
She's abused.
I know. Okay? So we're going to take her. But first thing tomorrow morning is that you'll need to speak to a lawyer
Can
to
I
get
come
this
with
changed.
you?
No, because they won't have you there. It's all locked up anyway. It's all after hours now, so we're just taking her in.
I'll go get her shoes. Put it on them.
I threw them somewhere.
Oh
my God.
Knees.
How are you?
When you don't know their language, you don't know for sure.
Pardon me?
You don't know for sure. Yeah. And this one,
She'll die in there, you know.
no,
She's dying in there.
no.
You know, 3 people in her ward dead this month, and I'll tell you why. It's like a concentration camp.
We went,
This is my mother. She raised me. She raised me in safety, and my siblings did this because they changed the
I had
will.
to cry and stop them.
I know. I don't want you to go. I don't want you to go.
I couldn't do it.
I know.
I can't do it.
I know you
I will
can't.
send it. We will send it out.
I know.
That's where they are. Put this up. I went there.
I know. See her hand.
I had to give some inquires,
I know.
you know.
I know, but
And I
nobody's
was
listening to
getting
us.
something
No one's listening to us.
having a conversation because he thought I was telling him a lie. And we had nothing at all. I got it all.
Okay, we have to take you back, Gwen. We have to.
She's going to die in there, you know.
Fix it tomorrow. You have to go and get it sorted tomorrow.
Look, if you...
But how can I get it sorted?
You've done all the right things. You've done all the
If you
right
make
things
it
so
so-
far, but
if
you
you make
obviously
it
need
so-
some legal representation to help you change this because this is a
I
guardianship
have no
order.
money.
I don't know what you're going to do about that. Maybe speak to legal aid, see if you can get some free, at least a free consultation from a lawyer who can point you in the right direction of how to get the guardianship.
I know.
Because at the moment, this is basically given.
What did he
This
say?
is a guardianship order made for Gwen Kennedy, and the public guardian is appointed as the guardian.
Is
The
that-
public guardian has written this authority for us to take her
What
back
did they say about
to Holy Spirit in
sanity?
Croydon.
What did you say about sanity?
Sorry?
Oh my God, you know what? It's just so terrible to do this to an old lady who, oh my God, she hasn't done a crime, and that place is like it's worse than a prison.
Okay.
Actually, a prison
Do you
would be
know?
better.
Do you know how to get in contact with legal aid at least?
Yeah, you know what? I've tried. Do you know how many things I've tried? Do you know how this is tied up? It's like they're getting they're dragnetting all the elders, and they're just taking their money, and the government, and this is Agenda 21, man. My mum was a good, tax-paying, middle-class woman. My dad got dementia, and my siblings coerced him into changing the will, her will, and they pushed it right through. It's totally dodgy how they got her in there. They didn't acknowledge me as carer. They didn't ask me. They didn't follow any of the principles of guardianship. It's like I've been following to the rule, and why? They don't follow to the rule. I've been keeping the books. They don't keep the books. And they're in charge of her doctor, but they don't get her to see a doctor. And the doctor they gave her was a doctor my brother lined up because he's a drugging doctor. He's drugged my father. This is why they've got her. Do you know they've got her on no exercise, no church for 2 months, no seeing my father, no seeing me. She sits there, vegetates with dangerous people 24
I was told
hours
that
a
she
day.
went to church this morning.
In the little compound, that's not church.
Oh,
Mum's
you mean
at
church
Enfield.
outside?
We used to go 3 times a week. She's an Enfield girl.
Okay. We have to go. We have to take her. Look, this order is in place until the 21st of July next year, which is obviously far too long
won't
for it to
live.
be in place. I know, but you can have it changed. You just need to obviously go to court and have it changed.
Fight the government, yeah. And I'll win, yeah. Right.
That's what lawyers are for, and hopefully I hope and pray that you get a lawyer that's free, or at least can give you some
You know what?
consultation. or
Once
get
the
some sort
public
of legal
guardian gets their
representation.
hands on them, nobody ever gets their parents back. It's like a parent stealing business.
Okay. We're going around in circles. That's the only
But
advice
what
I
about
can
they're
give
going to
you.
not let me see her now? So I won't have any contact with my. How can they not allow that?
I don't know.
It's
I don't
not
know
up to
anything
us,
about
we're
not being able to visit her. That's sort of got nothing to do with me, and I don't know anything about that.
It's beyond us.
Okay. So if you can help her, and we'll just take her out to the car. We'll drive her back tonight, and you just speak to a lawyer first thing tomorrow morning.
Well, I'll meet you there. I'll walk around. You know, I gotta. You can't just. This is too traumatic for her. You know.
This is what they handed to me.
I'm so sorry.
I put it in before this, put it there. And these things are here.
I can't believe
Keep
it.
trying
I'm
to get her
sorry.
to come.
Yeah.
I love you.
Come, Gwen, we've got to go, okay? Can you stand up?
Where do we go?
We're going to go back to the
How many miles?
To the nursing home.
to the nursing home.
How many miles?
Pardon me?
How many miles?
Miles? It's
Yeah, the car. We'll get in the car
Yeah,
and we'll
driving.
drive.
I'll come with
2
you.
minutes. We just have to walk to the car, okay? Can you stand up?
It's like seeing your mother murdered, you know.
Can you stand up for us, please, Gwen? Come on.
Gee, that's bad. That, is,
Do you need help
that
getting
can't
up?
be true. That was because I got old and straddled
No, come on, Gwen.
Honey, I'm going to get a lawyer tomorrow.
You went up to, you went to
I can't see this strap, you know.
Come on,
Are
Gwen.
you
do need
able to help us get
Yeah.
her out
You right to
into the
stand
car?
up?
Come on, my Baba.
Come
Come on, my Baba.
I want to take this map.
Take the blanket.
Come on, my
We've
Baba.
got the blankets
Come on,
there.
my Baba, yeah.
I want to,
Come on, Gwen.
Oh, where's my shoes? Gotta find my shoes, hold on.
Look, you can't take this now. We can. Maybe your daughter can bring it tomorrow.
You're tired. You're tired. They put you up.
Pardon me?
They put you up to go off. Yeah.
Come on. Come on, Gwen.
But they won't let someone as young as that. You know they read that.
Okay. Can you help us?
They
Yeah,
will
I'm
not
just looking for my
take
Can you
shoes.
stand up? Let's
I
go.
come to the church. Yeah, we went on to the church.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't let her go to church.
Smokers.
Oh, my
That's not
God.
right either.
Yeah.
They don't let her see a husband.
We were trying to read the book.
They're Nazis, they want to
We'll have to sort this out tomorrow, but right now we have to go to the car, okay?
Oh, come on.
You'll have it. You'll have it.
Yeah, we'll drive you there, okay? Come on.
What would you let me have? Bring you down.
Can you help
Come on,
her
baby.
get us to the car?
Baby, I'll get you out. It's just tonight they've made.
Thanks, love. Thanks, love.
I love you. Come on.
Okay.
Come on.
Oh, thanks,
Come
Can
love.
you stand up?
Come on.
Okay. Yeah, stand up.
He won't take me. He just saw what I had.
Come on.
Yeah, we're going to
Yes.
take you. That's it.
No,
Come on, my love.
that's not taken.
And it's so scary for an old lady to have the police come.
No, I won't be here.
Like she's a
I
criminal.
haven't been.
She's not a criminal.
Well,
Funded.
that's how,
I haven't been
the police
funded.
are taking her back to where she doesn't want to be, so she is a criminal, isn't she?
No, unfortunately we have lots of jobs that we have to do. She's definitely not a criminal.
Well, she's being treated like one.